Why do bad things happen to good people? You may think, since I'm a good person, shouldn't I have good karma? Why does it seem like life isn't fair for everyone? I'm going to answer this question by first giving you a scenario. Now, let's say you're working this stressful full-time job. You're working really, really hard, trying to do your best, working 9 to 5, tired when you get off work. And you also work on your own business. But you don't have as much time to work on your business. You can only work on it on some weekends because your full-time job just takes so much of you. It takes a lot of your time, a lot of your hard work, a lot of your effort, and you're exhausted when you get off work. But you really, really desire to work on your own business. You're passionate about your own business. But you continue to work your job, do your best. Sometimes you get a little time to work on your passion on your job, but you just hold on to that full-time job because that's your financial security, and you really want to make sure that you keep that full-time job. But let's say your boss calls you in and have a meeting. You go to the meeting, you're sitting with your boss, and he hands you over some papers and he tells you, unfortunately, you're fired. You feel devastated. You are upset, you're resentful, you feel shame, you feel anger, you feel all these emotions. And later, you go home. And while you're at home, you have some time to just process things. And so you're thinking things through. And as you're processing, you begin to pray to God and you ask God, God, why did this happen to me? Why did I get fired? Why did I lose my job? And then you hear a small voice that says, you don't really want that job. You really want to go after your passion for your own business. You really desire to sell your own products and services. You are actually getting what you really desire. Now, someone may hear this scenario and they may think, that's really bad karma. You lost your job. That's terrible. And when you lose your job, people say, oh, I'm so sorry. That's so devastating. But really, losing your job for many people, that could have been the best thing that had ever happened to them, because it could lead to all kind of amazing things. It could lead to them building and growing a thriving business and finding what they really love, getting rid of all the stress they have from the job. It could be a positive thing. But we automatically categorize certain situations as bad karma, and we say that they're bad, when that doesn't mean that something is bad. But what it could mean is that that situation felt terrible at the time, but you have the power to make it into something good. Or you can allow that situation to turn you into a victim. You can begin to complain about the fact that you were fired. You could begin to just talk about the job all the time, how they did you wrong, how you're just so hurt. And you can really turn that situation to be one of the worst things in your life. And this is how karma controls your life. It's not what happens to you that becomes the problem. It's how you respond to what happened to you. Author and motivational speaker Wayne Dyer was quoted saying, how people treat you is their karma. How you react to it is yours. Sometimes life feels unfair. However, we have the power to control the meaning of situations in our life. And we also have the power to control how we respond to what happens. In the book, The Game of Life and How to Play It, author Florence Scovel Shinn says, whatever you send out in word or deed will return to you. Whatever you give, you will receive. If you give hate, you will receive hate. If you give love, you will receive love. If you give criticism, you will be criticized. So ask yourself, is your karma controlling your life? What is it in your life that has been holding you back? Was it a breakup? Was it a divorce, a job loss, an illness? What is it in your life, that situation, that painful situation that feels so unbearable, that feels like it put your life on pause, or it blocked you from doing the things you really desire to do? Whatever that situation is, I want to empower you and encourage you to know that you can transform your own life by making different decisions, by choosing to no longer let that situation define you. Whether you went through a terrible situation of hurt and heartbreak, that does not have to be who you become. You can choose to respond differently. You can choose to be the victorious person in your life that you desire to be, to live the life of your dreams. When you have a vision for what it is you want in your life, you can begin to be intentional about living that life. You no longer have to be held back by anything. So when people talk about karma and, oh, you're karma and you can't, they talk about it as if karma is something you have no control over. Yes, you don't have control over external things that happen to you, but you do have control over how you respond to those things. And you do have control over how you will live your life despite what happens to you. So you can choose to be confident and joyous and happy, even though you dealt with heartbreak. You can choose to be prosperous and thriving and committed, even though you dealt with financial hardship in your life. You don't have to be defined by that situation. And so I want to encourage you to begin to prioritize yourself. Prioritize the desires you have in your life. And so when things happen that come and that shock you or cause you emotional pain, you know that you have to heal and you have to grow through that situation because you are focused on what it is you are moving towards. When you have a vision for your life, you know that you can't be held back by a limiting situation that caused you all of this heartache and pain, because you have an amazing vision to be prosperous, to be abundant, to be joyous, to be happy, to be healthy, and you can't afford to be consumed in your troubles and your trials. So I just want to encourage you to begin to prioritize your desires, prioritize your vision, prioritize the dream that you have for your life. And that's how you no longer be controlled by any karma. That's how you begin to be committed to your purpose and your vision. So I want to share a question that I got from one of my viewers, Megan. She sent in this question. She says, my husband left me and our children for another woman. I feel broken and defeated. How can I turn this situation into good karma? Because I feel as if it's been bad for me and for my family. Megan, I just want to thank you for your question. I want to also encourage you, just like I just spoke in this message, that situation of your husband leaving you can be the best situation in your life. Now, although it may feel painful right now, although you may be dealing with heartbreak, although it may have turned your family situations upside down and it feels unbearable, I want to encourage you to commit to your healing. Commit to detoxing spiritually those emotions. Do the forgiveness work. Do the work that I talk about, the self-care work. And begin to just get committed on your healing. Committed on the healing for you and your children. And as you get to a place where you're strong enough, you will be able to bless that situation. And the reason why I say this is because you will know that it's important to get to a place where you can bless that situation, because the energy of blessing that situation is only going to prosper you even more. See, people always talk about, why would I forgive? Why would I bless them? Why would I pray for them? I'm hurt. They don't deserve my prayers. It's not about them. It's about you. It's about you creating the energy and love and the spiritual joy in your own life in order to attract more abundance, more peace, more joy. See, how can you go around expecting good things to be surrounded in your life if you are angry and hurtful and resentful of another person? So this is why it's important to get to that place where you can bless them. Now, I'm not saying start praying and blessing them right now. You may not be there yet, and that's okay. It's a process, but you want to build yourself up so that you can get to a place where you can give love. I want to share a quote from the book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. Author Florence Scovel Shinn, she says, whatever you send out in word or deed will return to you. Whatever you give, you will receive. If you give hate, you will receive hate. If you give love, you will receive love. If you give criticism, you will be criticized. So you want to get to a place where you can give love, where you can give joy, where you can give peace, where you can give blessings, because that is what's going to come back to you. You are going to reap what you sow, and you don't want this situation to define your entire life. So you got to get committed to your healing. You got to get committed to your peace. You got to get committed to your purpose. Don't allow what your husband did to define the destiny for your life. So I just encourage you. I want to thank you all for tuning in. And I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel. If you enjoyed this message, I have more videos that are coming. And I want to encourage you to share this because someone needs to hear it. When it comes to karma and people misunderstanding and thinking that they have no control, they need to understand the power and the control that they have in their own life. So share this video with others. Like it if you enjoyed it. Give me a comment. Let me know what you think about this video. Do you agree? Have you experienced something similar? How has karma defined your life, or how have you defined your life? Share your thoughts, and I look forward to connecting with you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.